Jess de los Santos. Parts of Valenzuela and Bulacan are flooded after high tide damaged an old dike near the area. To tell us more about this, we have Mon Gualvez joining us live from Obando in Bulacan. Mon, what's the latest there?
Jess, residents in Valenzuela and Obando, Bulacan have been enduring the flooding in their area for over a week now. This after a part of their dike in Obando got destroyed. Residents in Barangay Tawiran, Obando have to submerge in knee-high flood every day. Their belongings are also damaged by the flood water. Some had to install wood in front of their homes to block the water from entering their houses. The Obando LGU reports that a tear was seen in a part of the dike in Barangay Lawa. The Public Works Department repaired it but was only a band-aid solution. This Sunday, the damage worsened as the worn-off area was completely torn down. Another breach or hole was seen in the dike near Valenzuela. Aside from being old, high pressure due to the high tide has caused the part of the dike to break. The DPWH and the LGUs of Valenzuela and Obando are speeding up the installation of a steel gate and sheet piles to repair the broken part of the dike. If everything goes well, the installation of steel gates, that is what happening right now just in my back, is expected to finish today in Barangay Lawa to prevent further flooding in the area. Jess?
All right, let's hope that gets remedied as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Mon Gualvez, reporting live from Obando in Bulacan. Now, 7 people, including some Filipinos, were killed in a road crash in New Zealand on Sunday. Authorities said that the victims were on board a van that collided with a truck in the town of Picton over the weekend. The Philippine Embassy in New Zealand has extended its condolences to the families of the victims. Ambassador Gary Domingo said the embassy and the Philippine Overseas Labor Office will be providing them with assistance. Here are other stories from around the world. Around 80,000 people gathered in Brussels, Belgium to protest the high cost of living in the country. The massive protest forced flight cancellations and halted bus operations across the capital. Inflation in Belgium surged to 9% this month as a result of Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, in Nepal, police fired tear gas at protesters who are rallying against fuel price hikes. This is after state-owned Nepal Oil Corporation raised petrol prices by 12 to 16% per liter. Nepal is likewise dealing with higher transport, food, and energy prices. More stories after this short break. Stay with us. And you're still watching One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. Experts are calling on world leaders to prepare for the aftermath of the pandemic. This as more and more people report having post-COVID symptoms. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
The diseases that we're talking about right now as a result of COVID-19 in the long term are chronic diseases that really will scar people for a lifetime. Specifically, the mental health disorders we see across the board: anxiety, depression, we see sleep problem, neurocognitive decline, opioid use disorders. It's really across the board. Even people who did not get hospitalized are also exhibiting increased risk of mental health disorders. So that's really also important, because that's really the majority of people with COVID-19 in the US, in Australia, in the UK, globally. And we definitely need to pay attention to the acute effects of COVID, but really we also need to start shifting our framework a little bit of mind and prepare for the aftermath of all of this. The virus that's causing this pandemic, SARS-CoV-2, is actually now capable of producing long-term consequences on a scale that we have never seen before in mental health disorders and also other disorders. And we've seen cardiovascular disease and other disorders. It produces a myriad abnormalities that will stick with people for a lifetime and have really long-term ramifications on their ability to rejoin the workforce, be able to contribute to economy and the quality of life, and also arguably life expectancy. Maybe, COVID will become endemic, but there are millions of people around the world with mental health problems, with heart problems, with kidney problems, as a result of COVID. Those people will need care for decades. And I think that public health authorities in governments and health systems around the world should really start paying attention before it's too late to the aftermath of the pandemic, to the long-term consequences that the pandemic is causing.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Lawyer Reynold Munsayak will replace Liloan Mayor Cristina Frasco as spokesperson for Vice President-elect Sara Duterte. Munsayak was a former commissioner of the Presidential Commission on Good Government and was Sara Duterte's classmate in law school. Senator-elect Chis Escudero has expressed support for Majority Leader Mig Zubiri to be the next Senate President. With this, he will be joining the Senate's majority bloc. Senator Kiko Pimentel, one of two minority members so far, was previously eyeing Escudero to be part of their team. And the PBA has sanctioned Magnolia forward Calvin Abueva over unsportsmanlike conduct that led to his ejection last Sunday. Abueva was slapped with a 10,000 peso fine and has been suspended for 1 game. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe. Philippines, I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.